In this video, I'm going to give you a brief introduction into Weebly and how to use it. So our page right here is broken up into three main parts. We have the header up here, the general area on this highlighted box, and this footer down here. So up here, we're going to click to add headline, and right here you can type whatever you want, say Youth Ministries. And you'll notice we have this gray box up here. If we highlight a portion of the text, we can change it with bolded, italicized, underlined. If you highlight over something long enough, it'll tell you what it is. You can change the font size with these plus and minus. You can change the color. You can add a link, change the alignment, remove formatting, use an undo or redo button. A note, these undo redo buttons are only available when we're using text and typing. They're not available elsewhere throughout the site, so pay attention to what you're doing so you don't make any drastic changes that you might want undone later without being able to. Right here we have an edit image. You notice our background image right now is a rainbow with a cross. You could change that if you press here. We have a settings, we're going to click on that. Our header type right now is a short header. We just have a headline, the Youth Ministries. If we do a tall header, our header will get significantly bigger. We'll also have a sub-headline. We could do no header, we could do a landing page, splash. You can click on any of these and later you can change them back. You can click off that. We're going to get into our general area here. So you could click here and start with a Weebly layout. They have some available, they're really nice to use. Or you can kind of build your own layout, which is what I'm going to cover right now. Over here we have a variety of elements, that's what we're going to call these, all along this gray bar. And some of them you need to upgrade your site to have access to, but most of them are free and are easy to use. So we're going to start with title. We're going to click on that and drag it out here. You'll notice along the very top of this box there's a light blue line. That's going to come in handy a little later, so pay attention to that. So we're going to drop our title, and there we go. You can type whatever you want, say upcoming events. And you'll notice we have the bar again, so we covered that already. That's an option. And then we're going to drag in some text. So you notice to the left of it, you can see that little blue bars coming into the left. It's letting you know where this text is going to go. If I drop it right here, it's going to go to the left of upcoming events, and they're going to split the screen. Or I could drag it underneath so that right now you'll notice the little blue line is just under upcoming events. There's going to be a space over here, and there's nothing to take the space, so it goes away. But you could drag another title out here, put it underneath this, put it to the left of just the text down there, or you could put it to the left of just the upcoming events, and sometimes it'll let you put it to the left of everything. It's not going to do that right now, but usually it'll let you. So there you go, you can put it to the left there. So we have a variety of options over here. And then we also have these dividers and spacers. Those are really helpful when getting your site set up and getting it to have a nice look to it. We're going to start with the divider, drag that out, and you'll notice the blue line's back. You'll see it's split right in the middle. That's where the divider's going to go. I'm going to place it there, and so you get a nice little line. It takes up some space, and it kind of spreads stuff out, gives it a nice look to it. You can also click on it and click on any of these elements, and you'll get some choices. If you click on this bar, you can move your divider, so you can put it between these two. And then once it's there, you can see we've got these little guys, and if we drag that, we can change the size. You notice it's snapping to a particular area. If you hold shift, you can put it wherever you want and change the spacing up there. And that kind of gives it a nice look. We also have spacers, which we can place anywhere we want, say between upcoming events and this text down here. And spacers look kind of nice. You can change the size. You'll see there's this little arrow you can change, make it bigger or smaller. You can also drag spacers around, and you can click on spacers, but they won't give you any options because it's literally just space. There's no more to this particular element. So those are some options there with the formatting. And one important thing is if we drag a slideshow out here, place it down here, we're going to pick on one of these, pick some quick pictures, it's uploading them, I'm going to press save. I'm not going to go over the slideshow because there's another video for that, but I want to show you what you can do with some spacers with the slideshow. You notice it's absolutely huge, right? It's taking up way too much space, and there's no little guide to drag it to get it smaller on Weebly right now. So what you do is you put a spacer to the on either side of the slideshow. It takes a little minute there. I'm going to put it on both sides. And once the spacers are there, you can drag the size between them and it changes the size of the slideshow. So that's how you change the slideshow size. There's not an easier way to do it, I'm afraid, right now, but I'm sure they're working on it. And that's what you can do in your general area. You can use any of these guys, and I also have other videos to help out with that. So we're going to come down to our footer. We're going to click on that, and it's pretty much the same idea. It's got all of the same elements. I think there might be one or two missing, but it's not that huge a deal. And you can drag various items out here, or you can change the size, like the spacing here, change that up, all that good stuff. And the footer is pretty much the same as the general area, except that the footer continues through all of the pages. It looks exactly the same, whereas the header and the general area can change based on the page you're on. And that's kind of the basics of Weebly. That should be enough to get you started. Thanks for watching. Good luck.